The track list. Who put this track list together and what was the process behind it?
The track list was actually put together once again by my team, but it was, you know, pretty much looked over and put in place by myself. You know, it was a collection of different ideas. Actually, we had close to about maybe 40 songs to choose from, so you got to think about it. We taking 40, throwing it into a funnel to get it down to 7. So we gave you the best 7 once again that can kind of give you a variety of who Jay Simon is, what Jay Simon brings to the table, bringing you real music back and not just, you know, the normal stuff. So, I mean, it was pretty cool, man. I think they're the best 7. Again, it just gives you a variety of who I am and what we're doing and what Jay Simon stands for, what mob music is all about.
How long does it take to go from 40 records to 7, that process?
That process took about 2.5 months, honestly. And one of the reasons why is because I kept going. I kept recording. You know, I kept getting ideas. And that's the thing, like when you're in creative mode, it's kind of hard to stop that, and you really don't want to stop that because that last song that you record might be that song. That might be that one. Like, for example, the song Fantasy. Fantasy was actually one that was pushed to the side. Didn't know what we was going to do with it. We went back and revisited, and it was like, whoa, you know, let's do something with this one. So I got my homegirl, Ink. Ink, she's, you know, done a lot of good work. Right now, she's actually featured with Yo Gotti. She's also featured with Trey the Truth. The list goes on and on, but just to make a long story short, we got her on the record. Came out real nice, real heavy. Fantasy is real dope, and it was actually the last song that we picked to put on that project. So, you know, we got a lot of work, you know, a lot of more stuff that we're going to do with the other records, but the ones that you got right now, Simon Says, trust me, you're going to love it.
I've heard people in other interviews of recording artists where there have been instances the last song they recorded ended up being a hit record for them. Yeah. Not saying that in this instance, but kind of like what you alluded to earlier.
True.
I have heard people say, it's my last record recorded, and that became the big song for them.
Yeah, I mean, because, I mean, it's like you're at that peak. You know, like you've been trying to find that record for so long, and before you know it, that record is there, and it just might be that last one that you do. So, you know, you put all of your energy into that. It's kind of like that closure, you know, for the project. So, yeah, I agree.
So what's the actual process to funnel down the records? How do you decide? Is it 40 to 30, 30 to 20, 20 to 7? I mean, 20 to 10, 10 to 7? Like,
I mean, basically what we did is that I kind of like put different categories. You know, I put my more personal category, then I had my turn-up category, then I had my more political category. So I had all these different categories, and I put those songs in each one. And so I went through each one to see, okay, well, this one would sound better for this. This sounds better more with what's going on today. This would be better for what this time is now. You know, my turn-up records, yo, this will sound good here. Hey, yo, you know, for example, Joe sound great on this, so let's try to go with this one, and maybe we can get them on the record. You know, so it was so many different type of things that we put in it to engineer to get it down to where what you have now.
Were you strong on knowing what the 7, like sticking to that 7 number? Like, absolutely we have to have 7? Was there people trying to fight for 8 or 9 or 10?
I was trying to fight because, I mean, it's really hard, man. I mean, and I'm very critical of my creations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm my worst critic, but, you know, there's still songs I'm like, man, maybe we should, you know, maybe if I would have had this one on there or that one on there. And the reason why is because it just sounded good, you know, and to be a fan of your own music and your own, you know, creations is really cool because, again, I'm my worst critic. And if I feel like it is what it is, and I know it's most definitely a banger. So it was real hard. It was difficult. But the project that you have now, the Simon Says project, trust me, it is the project to have. There are no, in my opinion, there are no flaws, man. I mean, it's a nice collection of music. So make sure you get that. Make sure you check it out. It's available everywhere.
Have you experienced any remorse on any records, like I should have taken this one out and put this one in instead, or added another one?
Nah, actually, you know, the only remorse I have is that, you know, we just didn't, how can I say it? The remorse that I have is that the people haven't had a chance to hear everything else. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I have no remorse of the project. It's just the fact I can't wait for the people to hear what else I have in store and that's coming behind it. So, you know, I think every artist should feel like that. You know, we want to make sure that we feed the public, that we feed the people, you know what I'm saying? Because they're hungry for the music. So we got to keep giving it to them. So don't trip, it's coming.